Oh, hello, hello. It's that time, y'all. We are going live with Dr. Heather. I'm Abigail Klutz from Olathe, Kansas. I just put you in a selfie stick. And here she is. All right, just a minute here. Hi. Oh no, I can't hear you. Hello? Oh, you're doing that earphone thing again. Let me see here. Can anyone else hear her? What's up, Seville Co? I got a 10-day experience waiting for you, man. Let's see here. Bad. No sound.
Can you hear me now?
There. Yes.
I have a brand new phone. I have a brand new headset. I cannot believe it's not working. I think sometimes I stick it in the holder and then the holder clips it. So let me try putting it in the stand here.
Oh, yeah.
And you're still super quiet.
Am I? Maybe
yeah,
you gotta turn it up.
I did turn it up. It's all the way up.
Ooh, congratulations, Roman Amundsen. Just hit GoPro.
Dr. Jamie just hit GoPro, go MVP. Sorry, go MVP.
She did.
Just now, just got that.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. What up,
can't
Sean
hear
Dixie?
you.
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, I may want that Pilates spot at 6 o'clock. I'll text you after this live. She does the reformer, not Pilates, reformer. We'll try that. We'll get in there. So,
hold on, I'm gonna set this up. Hold on.
Hey, Rob DeBoer. What's going on, man? Hey, guys, if you are watching live, drop us a... Okay, we could take a turkey. I like that. Little turkey day.
That's exactly what
Dr. Heather, your hair looks good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Miss Kendra just did my hair. We had a little keto chat, and Miss Annette drove me over there, so we had a great time. It's fun doing business while getting your hair done, getting pampered.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've been drinking. It's like I can't stop, you know. I'm thankful for ketones because I would drink coffee all day if I couldn't put like my non-caffeine Swiss cacao and the swirl and hot water. I just want to be drinking something hot all day long.
Raspberry lemonade. Seriously?
Yes.
Raspberry lemonade hot all day.
I did it. Yeah, I love it. And I liked mixing it too with, there's like a raspberry lemonade natural calm magnesium. I think I got that from Charles Poliquin, and I put that in with the raspberry lemonade at night before bed, the non-caffeine. You know, before we get started, Dr. Heather, and talking about just some keto tips and tricks, customers, real quick, I'm Abigail Klutz, independent promoter, and this is Dr. Heather. She's a specialist for Prove It, and right now we have an amazing promo going on right now. If you're a customer and you know what flavor you love, because we got quite a few, it's a buy two get one free. If you're in Australia, it's going to be $1. So, and that goes across the board to Canada as well. And then also, just beware, something's coming in the pipeline on Black Friday.
Keto Creme?
I don't know. So, Dr. Heather, what are you guys doing this Thanksgiving? What's your household look like for a keto Thanksgiving?
Man, I just got off the phone with my kids, and as you know, I've got 2 boys coming home, 1 at home, 1 not coming home, and I just got a request for 8 pounds of bacon. Like, so funny. I want 8 pounds of bacon, and you can guess who it is. But my kids actually want real food. They don't want all the garbage stuff. They want chicken wings. They want ham. They will have some sweet potatoes. They want Brussels sprouts and bacon fat and butter, green beans and bacon fat and butter with some pork rinds crumbled up on top. It's how we eat 24/7, but in a massive quantity. But knowing that they've been away at college, they have definitely big requests, and they want an egg quiche in the morning with a ton of veggies in there with sausage and bacon and spinach and onions. Their other course was crab for Saturday night. So the boys want a huge big old thing of crab, which is going to be, again, another 4 pounds of butter. But one of my sons said, I want cauliflower mashed potatoes and I want 4 sticks of butter in it. So butter and bacon, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Did you know when you had 4 boys that this was going to be like the case? This is getting fatty. That's all I have to say.
You know, we've done this for years, though. I mean, we've done this for 15 years. So my kids eat half a meatloaf. Like they aren't keto. They're low carb, high fat. We eat clean. They grill everything, as you see. They eat lots of protein, but lots of veggies too. Like one son just said, I want zucchini noodles. I want like 5 pounds of zucchini noodles with meatballs. So the sauce makes it not keto, but they want zucchini noodles, not the tarry stuff they're getting at college. So I love when they put those requests in, but I said, hey, Dad picked up 3 pounds of bacon. Like, dude, we need 8, like, get real.
I love, though, that I've seen all of them in the kitchen helping and working. Ladies, these little Cardins, they're something special. They've been trained up right. So
I'd say they're big, though, right?
He's going to kill me.
No, but I mean, he's 6'7".
They're good looking too.
Yeah. So at 6'7", they don't eat the chips. They don't eat the stuff. We have no soda in our house. We won't have soda because we're here. I bought LaCroix to try to mix it. They just don't even care about that. So it's funny what they don't even want to have. Like I try to have treats when they come home. So we will have a keto cheesecake, which is dairy. We don't usually do dairy. So that'll be the big thing. And we make a crust with hemp and almonds and pecans and just crush it up and make, actually it's Dr. Nally's cheesecake recipe with some lemon in there. So it's super good.
That's awesome. Let's get that in the comments below later on today. I love this question because I'm a huge fan and it's a tradition. When I decorate my Christmas tree, it's eggnog. And so do you have Rob DeBoer was wondering if you had any recommendations or suggestions on where we can get some keto eggnog?
Yeah, so you can actually make it yourself. You can go Google it. You can find it on Pinterest. So as long as you're a person, buy cage-free organic eggs because you're going to use raw eggs. Do not buy cheap eggs. If you know a farmer, then we would go skim and get the dairy from a farmer and make really wholesome keto eggnog. You don't want to make keto eggnog with trashy eggs that aren't very clean, may have some chemicals in them. You don't want to use that watered down milk stuff. So yes, you can make it and garnish it with cinnamon or a shot of bourbon, still makes it keto. So heavy whipping cream, raw eggs, vanilla, cinnamon, you can absolutely make it. We'll post that down below as well. But my thing is, do not buy cheap eggs. Go organic with eggs.
So Nicholas will be probably looking for some Christmas money when he comes home. And last summer, he made my weekly fat bombs, and I know you were helping him, but tell him the offer stands if he'll make me keto eggnog. We will. Okay. We will work something out.
Right. And I just talked with him. So we actually make no-bake cookies. Did you see my recipe? So you take the coconut, you toast it, then you use the peanut butter, the grass-fed butter, and use 1 package of Swiss cacao. It is a no-bake cookie like you've never had before.
So that's ridiculous. I'll take that too.
Yeah. So
I'll pay for cookies and eggnog. Sorry. Awesome. Okay, Dr. Heather, while we have you on, you asked me this week. That's a good question. What about ketones and dialysis?
So my father-in-law is actually a kidney transplant patient. He's on dialysis. I will not talk about his health condition. However, any medical condition, you always want to consult your healthcare provider. However, if you Google kidney stones, kidney transplant, kidney issues, nephritis, anything like that, you're going to see some leading thought leaders like Dr. Jason Fung has research out there about reversing people who are chronically on dialysis with the ketogenic diet. So with the ketogenic diet, that research is out there about how healthy it can be for your kidneys. If you're asking, can we have exogenous ketones? Again, check with your healthcare provider, but they're water soluble. So I think it's much healthier than having a glass of orange juice, or having, like, even dairy is really hard on the kidneys to break down. So when you're drinking something water soluble, it just simply gets flushed out. It's already broken down. Your kidney doesn't have to do the work. Your liver doesn't have to do the work. And you still get all that amazing anti-inflammatory. So if you're doing a true ketogenic diet and dialysis, no processed meats, none of the bratwurst, all that kind of stuff. I definitely would cut out dairy. Otherwise than that, the research shows that it's very, very beneficial.
One other medical question I have for you today is, this has come up over and over again this week, is anything in relation to thyroid, Hashimoto's, hormones. How can, high fat, low carb, and ketones help with that?
So think of the thyroid as the engine for your body. It's what starts us in the morning. There's lots of hormones involved, but the thyroid's major job is to start us and to stop us. The adrenal glands, which produces a lot of hormones, is the engine for our body. So if you're putting a cleaner fuel source, our native fuel source, in your body, which is high fat, we know it actually stresses the body less, and it's a cleaner fuel to run on. If you're doing a traditional SAD diet, which is high in carbohydrates, we all agree, everybody in every book written behind me on the shelves, that sugar feeds inflammation, that there's lots of other foods that can feed it as well as dairy and soy, but definitely sugar feeds inflammation. And if you're talking about thyroiditis or Graves or Hashimoto's or thyroiditis, anything like that, it's still the same story, is that you want to reduce the inflammation and then give your body a clean fuel source it can break down to use as energy. So if you can start your body and turn it off much better with ketones, it'll work much better. That's just completely. Yeah. I know that's a very common question. I do have the Facebook Live this week, so it's my turn. So that's a common question I get every single week. But our thyroid is super important, especially with it getting colder here. It has to maintain our bodies at 97, 98 degrees, and it's chilly outside. And then with the less sunshine, it can affect our thyroid. So it's really more important to be cleaner with your diet, low carb, high fat, ketogenic, if you need the extra beta hydroxybutyrate to help your body really run more efficiently, plus all the stress of all the shopping and task and family and all the stuff that brings.
Awesome. Thank you for answering that. And I think the most relevant question probably today, with Thanksgiving approaching, people like myself, who's not doing the ketogenic diet, I do high fat, low carb. I time my carbs around my workouts. And on days like Thanksgiving, for me, it's just, it's that time where I'm not restricted because that's healthy for me. But coming out the next day, once we put sugar in our body and we enjoy those cookies and that pie and stuff like that, it's always hard to get back on the wagon. So coming out, the day after Thanksgiving, what's your suggestion for a typical protocol to help people get just back on point and fight that frenzy that begins and is like the wheel that starts spinning for the 5-8 pound gain throughout the holidays?
Yeah. So I generally tell people, please don't make Halloween last to Valentine's Day. There's no excuse for that. And think about what Thanksgiving is about. It's about your family. It's not about the food. So you can definitely have healthy, decadent foods. However, get it out of your house if it's something that you're tempted with. If you have a food addiction, if you're a super foodie and you think one more day, give it away, get it done. So what we do is we cook a turkey, and then all that broth and stuff, you can take the green beans that are left over, the salads left over, if you have a kale salad, and cook a nice big bone broth left over from the turkey. It's not truly a bone broth, but make a big, nice, healthy soup and keep all that warm stuff coming into your body. And when you can fill your body with the higher fats, you're going to crave less stuff. And the other thing is get out and get moving. Like after you have the Thanksgiving dinner, go outside and play touch football, go play badminton, go play cards, go do something, stand up and wash the dishes, scrub the floor. Don't eat and sit and watch football, or in between the football periods, do squats and sit-ups and make something fun. Who cares about the dirty house unless cleaning is going to be your exercise, but get out and get moving. That's the same thing true. Make a date to go shopping. You can get a lot of walking and talking done on shopping on a Black Friday or Saturday, but put the Christmas decorations up. Just switch your mindset from food to something else and get the stuff out. Send it home with the other relatives. Not that they need it, but honestly, at our house, people crave, my family, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, they want the leftover Brussels sprouts because they won't make that. They want the leftover slaw because they don't make that stuff. So I just say, just be mindfully when you eat. So I've told patients for years, pick your poison. Mine would be pie. It would not be a roll. It would not be potatoes. I love pie. So pick your poison that you want to do, and then get your body moving to get that fat burning and get your body moving that out of the way so you don't gain that, and then you'll be fine. Thanksgiving's one day. Everybody's off one day. It's not for 60 days. And then again, save up for Christmas. Work into it. Make sure you get your workouts in. Make sure you get your rest in and de-stress.
That's right. That's right. And I know, you know, a lot of times on Thanksgiving, I wake up and I do an intermittent fast. I use the Keto Creme in my coffee, and then I take ketones kind of in the morning, and then I don't eat till that meal. But something else that I've always done on Thanksgiving is I utilize my muscles in some type of workout, just kind of emptying the tank, priming my body to be able to partition more nutrients within that meal. So Dr. Heather, just briefly describe, you know, the benefits of maybe going into that meal with the Keto Creme and the ketones, doing like an intermittent fast up until Thanksgiving meal.
Right. So we know, number one, we all overeat due to stress. We have more neurons in our stomach than our spinal cord. So if we can eliminate the multiple times that we eat, the 24 or 48 hours before, then as we go into Thanksgiving dinner, we're going to be less likely to overeat because our mind's going to be on set, on point. We've eliminated that stress. Make sure you get plenty of sleep before, and then your body's going to not have a tendency to overeat and refill your plate. So being mindful that intermittent fasting is fabulous. Make sure, and we just talked about when I got my hair done, like, let's start our 10-day today. I don't know why we're waiting. Like, if you can take the next 96 hours and get your body where there's cravings are down, your energy's higher, you're sleeping better, then you're going to enjoy the day with your family so much better, whether it's food or playing or shopping. But you're right, save it up so your body's primed for that. The less frequency that you eat, the better your nervous system handles everything. Our nervous system dictates that overeating, over craving, you know, have a little more. It's only Thanksgiving, have a little more. So again, write down what your outcome is for Thanksgiving. You want to feel great and enjoy your family and have your pie, have it. But if you want to overeat and feel terrible, then make sure you just write down those objectives.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm the girl. I can hit it hard. I can, when those dessert plates come out, I can do that. Like, I can have more than 2 or 3 pieces and go into a sugar coma, and I'm really good at that. But something that I've practiced is not saying no, but simply kind of putting in a boundary where I drink my ketones first. And it has made the world of difference for me, because I do feel that stress level drop. I feel that satiation pick up. I'm not craving it as much. And then it's more of a choice. Like, yeah, I will have that one. Or Dr. Heather, you know, the world I came from, it was dieting all the time, and it was restrictive, and it was binging. And so when Thanksgiving, a day like that came and I allowed myself to do that, it was overeating. And I'm not challenged with that anymore if I just keep my ketones in hand. And really, it's practicing gratitude that day too for, you know, the food, the people around, the fellowship. And like you said, I think getting the stress levels down as much as possible and not being obsessed about the food that's a big issue, right?
Yeah, I think we go into the holidays shaming and blaming, like, grandma made the potato salad for you, grandma made the pie for you. You know what? This is a lifestyle I'm choosing. So I would say, number one, offer to bring something that you've maybe loved that's keto friendly that everyone else might like, but just never know they hadn't tried it. So bring a dessert that's keto friendly. You're right. Pick your poison, have something that you want, but having the ketones in your body 96 hours before, having the healthy fats, the Keto Creme, the 143, fats reduce your craving and increase your energy, so you're less likely to overeat and over bombard the gut. Because you're right, once you eat all that food and get in that coma, it is hard to recover. That's why, like, get up and get moving, plan a game, be the person that's going to help everyone else be accountable. I can guarantee you, if there is a basket of rolls and it comes to you first and you don't take it, the psychology of the people around you not to take it because you look amazing is less likely to grab it. If the first person grabs a roll out of that basket, whether you're at dinner or holiday, everyone's going to say, well, she did it, I can do it, right? So sometimes it's just passing over and picking what you want. Like, I'm going to have it, and I'm going to have the pie. I'm still talking about pie because I love pie. I don't care about the potatoes, rolls, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you just pick what you want and know that you're going to be okay with it. And don't shame or blame yourself because you overate and I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Say, I'm going to be mindful. I'm going to have that pie. I'm going to get some extra cardio in this week. I'm not going to shame and blame myself for having it. I'm going to feel amazing because my grandma made it and I love her. But conversely, don't let them shame or blame you into another serving of potato salad just because they made that for you, right?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Stress around that shoulda, coulda, woulda, blame and shame about food on the holidays. That's what I hear. Well, I had to have it because she made it. They told me I had. No one has to make you eat anything.
That's right. Self-regulation. Know your boundaries. My dad's going to take the role no matter what. I just know that. But another little thing that I practice on the holidays, and because I've had to deal with the food addiction and the unhealthy mindset that I developed, is my family thinks I'm like this huge servant. It's a little bit selfish, but I go straight for the dishes. I start doing things with my hands and cleaning the dishes. And I'm not a huge contributor. Like right now, my role in my family is to defrost the turkeys. So the turkey's in my fridge and that's my contribution. And they have me buy the pies. I am a good baker, but it's just like the stress is heightened for the food to be good. So they divvy out what they want Abby to do. I always get the vegetable tray. But yeah, things with your hands. And I think looking people in the eye and asking questions and really being intentional on the conversations, that's always a good idea. So any other questions that have been coming to you this week that you feel like we should address before Thanksgiving?
The one I'm getting is people want to wait. Like we just talked about this, like I want to wait till Friday. Like tomorrow doesn't come. Like Groundhog Day has been for you the last 60 days. Like you're listening to this, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start, or I'm not going to take my ketones, or I'm not going to take my supplements until I'm on the perfect day of the perfect time. Like just start.
Yeah.
Just start. Like make today the day you start. Like just get it out of your house and say, I'm going to have what I want on Thanksgiving, but don't put off today. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And I think that's the biggest thing, because we just had this conversation. I left a big message for people, like start today, like lead from the front and show people you can feel amazing. You can enjoy your family. You can have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a wonderful Christmas without feeling guilty of that overeating, over consuming thing. So start today. Start looking at one recipe, just one little hack, one switch. Make a keto bread. People will be surprised how amazing it tastes. Or make those keto fat bombs and take that instead of the other stuff. Just offer to bring one dish that surprises people. Say, I'm going to bring the cauliflower mashed potatoes. I'll bring the regular mashed potatoes, but I want you to do a taste test for me. Like people love to have that. They love to have input. They love it when you ask them their opinion, and it makes them participate in your lifestyle that you're doing and may spark interest in theirs. So everyone offer to take one dish, and then again, we get up and we go play badminton, play football, do something. Don't just sit there. Unlike you, get up and clean, get up and do something, but pack it all up, freeze it, give it away, whatever you need to do.
Love it. Zach, that was $50, not 75.
Plus the cost of life.
Oh. My brother Venmos me while I'm on live videos, and he thinks if he overcharges that I'll just pay it because I didn't.
Another good thing that we've done, if your family's older with kids and maybe you don't have as much family around, is go work at the food kitchens. We were in Chicago for a hot tournament one weekend, actually 2 or 3 years in a row. And we actually said, you know what, let's just go serve. We can still eat with everybody else, but go serve a food kitchen. If you don't have a big family, or maybe you did it on the weekend because other people may be working, go be a servant somewhere else and just fill your heart with that rather than food.
I love that. That's something our Bible study does. We go down to the missions downtown, and you can serve as a group or with your friends there. And that's always been awesome. I love Charlotte also just instilling that attitude
but
of giving.
Giving Day, take your family and go.
Yeah.
One dinner with your family, then go down and serve. And it's just again, it fills you 10 times more than you ever think. It's hard to get there. It's like when you go to church, your grandma's, you're always thankful when you went. The same thing is true at a food pantry, since we're talking about food. And it can just be life-changing of how you look at food differently and how the gratitude is that you have. And you're less likely to just overeat and overbinge. And I know it's a mindset, and we've been conditioned to, here's the table of plenty, and we eat from it, where the plenty is actually the love and the support in the family, not necessarily the stuffing.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Heather, I got one more question for you that just came through. Someone said their doctor told them that your brain runs on carbs, so your body's going to have to break down your muscle.
So that can be true if you don't have body fat, or if you're not eating fat in your diet. If your gut and liver are a mess, that statement could be true. So there is a 30-year argument, I would say, or conversation going on. Does the brain prefer glucose? Does it prefer ketones? Glucose or ketones? This is an ongoing conversation. So it depends on the state of your body. So if you're already fat adapted, it's pretty easy. The body's going to want ketones. But if you're a carbitarian, you don't have a lot of body fat, or you metabolically have a lot of toxicity in your gut, and the liver just cannot break down fat, and then it will go to lean muscle mass. That's an unhealthy, maybe a low fat person. It could be a person who has a very high body fat, like over 50%. The liver's so confused, it may take it days or weeks to figure it out. So that can happen in rare cases. Most people, that 90% of us, the body wants to be at homeostasis. It does not want the sugar. It does not want to store more fat. That's why the skin looks terrible when you start more fat and your body feels terrible. So we know that we're born in ketosis. We know that it's much easier to get ketones to the brain, even when we're breaking it down, versus carb, because we don't use any insulin. So the new studies coming out are actually contradicting that whole carb theory that the brain wants glucose. We know that through studies now, the brain actually thrives on ketones. Getting it has always been the conversation. How do we get ketones consistently to the brain? Well, now we have a great, amazing option that doesn't, even with an unhealthy liver, unhealthy gut, and toxic lifestyle, whether you work in a plant that's toxic or your life is toxic, you can get ketones into your body within less than 59 minutes and get all the benefits and not be frustrated with your body not being able to do it, because there are so many people who are metabolically toxic who on a ketogenic diet, like yourself, you tried it, you couldn't get there, right? I was doing a ketogenic diet for a long time. I'm in and out, in and out, in and out. And then you're paralyzed by, was it the one almond? Was it the macadamia nut? Do I have a hidden food allergy? Did I oversleep, undersleep, overwork? I mean, so much what ifs that this is a great gift to give your body. So I went around the conversation, but that statement could be true in some cases. But overall, the new clinical data that is current and credible is saying that the brain will thrive on ketones. It can survive on glucose.
And that is the medical answer. And I'm telling you, in the last 3 years, we've brought this technology to market. I can't tell you what it's like to put ketones in and have your tissues start becoming absorbent to it. You feel that focus and that clarity, and it's an energy like you've never had from a caffeine drink, or it's incredible. And Dr. Heather and I, we'll kind of wrap it up, but we were talking about, people get these 10-day experiences from us, and they wait. And what would happen if you went into, Thanksgiving feeling less stressed, more energy, more appetite control, having better workouts, and the days approaching it. So if you're watching this video today, or it was shared out to somebody and you know who that is, get with them and just test drive it. We know that the supplement industry has been saturated and everything's been overpromised and oversold. And it's the very reason why in our company, we just let people do a 5 or 10-day test drive. So if you're wondering, just reach out, take it today, and put it to the test for yourself. It's not like a protein shake. It's not like a vitamin. You don't know if that's, vitamins working or not, still debated at the highest level. It's something that as you take it more over time, you really do start just feeling better. Wouldn't you say that, Dr. Heather?
Better neural signals. So you're right. The more your body gets used to burning fat for fuel, gets used to thriving, not just surviving on ketones, the more we do that, the healthier our body gets. And I see it now after, you know, over 24 plus months doing lab work in my office, just seeing metabolically what's happening with an unperfect diet, with a close that counts diet, where before there was no close that counts. You're in or you're out. None of this cyclic targeting, anything like that, which is so exciting. So I love, like, again, people saying, let's start today, let's go, let's not wait. I do have to say this. I had someone, and I think she's on here, had already been on a ketogenic diet for a while, had an amazing fat loss story, took the ketones, and she's like, that's what everybody's talking about. Like that buzz, that spark, like can hear the leaves outside. It's like, that's what they're talking about. So if you've not had that aha moment on a ketogenic diet because your body's just working so hard to make the ketones, get some and try it. But I want to ask this. So we said a turkey, right? If you're watching this live, and then a snowflake if you're watching it on a replay.
Ooh, I like that.
And then I want a Christmas tree if you're already drinking ketones. We never do that. We never ask how many people are watching this on a replay. So number one is
I know we're learning. We're getting better at our lives and our social media. We're just doing it. So, but I like that. That's awesome. Do that, and
let everybody know.
Anything else?
I would say Wednesday, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. A lot of questions we didn't get answered because this is just the chitty chat between us boss babes about ketones.
Yeah.
Then those medical questions can be answered 1 o'clock Central Standard Time on facebook.com/just prove it. I'll put the recipes and put that down below. So if you are watching on a replay, make sure you put a snowflake, but we'll put those fat bombs. So both fat bomb recipes, right? And
we will load this up with great recipes. How about that? Dr. Heather and I, we will just keep putting on recipes in the comments of this video for you to take into the week. And, you know, don't forget that the therapeutic Nick, is that Nick?
No, that's Isaac. Coming home.
Isaac.
Next night.
He'll do, if he wants to make the eggnog, he'll do. You can come wash my Tesla too.
Hold on a second. Isaac, will you make eggnog for money?
How much money?
How much money?
How good is it? We'll see. We'll see. He can come do the Tesla thing like Nick used to do. Take it out for a drive and wash.
He's like, okay, I'm in.
Bring the eggnog with you. But don't forget, guys, therapeutic exogenous ketones, it doesn't mean you have to do the ketogenic diet. It's just that so many people take it and it's giving you the end result of what feels amazing. And that's why there's so much equation going on when you hear about ketones, is that once people start experiencing kind of that end result of what it feels like, then they choose to take it one step further and say, well, I wonder what it would feel like if I reduced my sugar, reduced my carbs, started incorporating more fats. So just take it slow, take it at your pace. It's not jump all in. Yeah, I know you got
no,
go ahead.
I'm thinking like my mind's going like that because like Isaac just walked in and my kids are coming home. But I've talked for years about giving a gift of health, whether it's a massage or a gift certificate for a gym. Like, give some ketones. If you love it and you're trying to figure out how you actually can share it with your family or friends, today is an amazing sale, 33% off, right? Get some for free. So I love the hearts. So keep giving the hearts. This is a great time. Give a cookbook, give some ready-made fat bombs with some ketones, and give the gift of health this time of year. So if you're Black Friday shopping, think about health, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you really aren't very happy. So there's health without wealth. There's wealth without health. So focus on health first and the wealth will come. But I would say make your own fat bombs. We'll put a ton of recipes down there. I know for years people have given away mason jars with a cookie dough recipe. You just add the eggs or whatever. Do the same thing with keto bread. Do the same thing with fat bombs. And again, those no-bake cookies with a Swiss cacao are like killer. I'm not kidding you.
I love it.
Didn't you take last week at my house with Charlotte?
Yep.
And she loved cakes.
We love it. Speaking of that little girl, I've got to go pick her up. So tell all the boys, hey, I'll be looking for some dancing videos from them on your social media. And guys, just keep following this thread and we'll post some great recipes for you. Have an amazing week and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Dr. Heather. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you.